By now, you probably know his story. Anthony Ray Hinton was actually in our studio earlier this week talking about his new memoir and the decades that he spent on death row before being exonerated in 2015. Through it all, Hinton has shown heroism in unexpected ways, but so has a close friend who stood by him for 30 years when so many others called him a murderer. It might sound strange to say a man once convicted of murder who spent 30 years on death row is a hero. But the heroics of Anthony Ray Hinton surface between the lines, unintended and unscripted.
I knew I was there for something that I didn't do, and it didn't bother me that some of those guys actually did what they did, but they still deserve compassion.
Hinton was determined to make the best of his situation and share that with others.
You know, things are not good, and say what they will, man, they're not good, but you couldn't tell it through him.
What better way to escape harsh reality a little than by convincing the warden to let him start a book club?
I can't even describe to this day the excitement that each one of those men told what they got out of the book, and it hit me. If someone had cared enough to keep these men in school, perhaps they wouldn't be where they are today. We're willing to spend $2 million to execute a man, but we only pay our school teacher $35,000 and $40,000 to teach them, and we don't care.
Armed with grace, Hinton made some unlikely connections on death row. One, a former Klansman who, on the night of his execution, reportedly said,
"My mother and my father taught me to hate. The very people that my parents taught me to hate are the very people that taught me love. And tonight I leave this world knowing what true love feels like."
Speaking of friends, you may have noticed this man sitting behind Hinton throughout our whole interview. He is Lester Bailey, Hinton's closest friend since childhood.
The guards and everybody knew him, and everybody was just amazed how he stuck by me.
When others were convinced Hinton was guilty,
1,000,001 dead. They believed it. You know, they said there's no way that they could convict him if it wasn't true.
Bailey visited and called often, never questioning his friend's innocence, and in his own words, crying like a baby the day of his release.
And if you have a friend, be a friend. The Bible said to have a friend, you must show yourself friendly. And if you are a true friend, you will stick through them through thick and thin.
Hinton's creation of a death row book club, well, that's heroic. His perspective in the face of injustice, his lack of bitterness, that's heroic. Lester Bailey's loyalty when many others turned their backs, that's heroic. And Hinton's grace and compassion that continues to spread and inspire today, heroic. If you want to learn more about Anthony Ray Hinton's story, his conviction and exoneration, we've got so much more on our website. And check out his memoir that's available right now, The Sun Does Shine, How I Found Life and Freedom on Death Row. And nominate a hidden hero. Please send them to me, lee.garner@cbs42.com.
So nice to see Lester's story told. So
Absolutely.
Nicely done. And
thank you.
Yeah, everybody's wiping tears away, and I had to just hold on a bit.
Amazing to see somebody, a true friendship, somebody stick by you for 30 years when a lot of other people would just believe that the system got it right.
Yeah, nice job, Lee.
Thanks.